Hello and welcome to our studio again. Sorry, no chocolate bunnies out on the shelf this week. They seem to have gone somewhere. Don't know where, but you could probably guess. This week we're going to think about the Great Commission. It's there in Matthew 28. Mark has it in chapter 16, but Luke, not so much. Though he quotes Jesus as saying, "This is what is written, that the Christ will suffer and rise from the dead on the third day, and repentance and forgiveness of sins will be preached in his name to all nations." So less telling them to do it, but definitely saying this needs to happen. John, however, makes no such mention. But then here's the one who always seems to be able to express the sentiment more clearly than the exact words. What does John write? Feed my sheep. Each of the Gospels, therefore, has some reference to sharing the good news with the world, feeding them all with love. Matthew and Mark say, go and do it. Luke says, it needs to be done, but John makes it personal. My sheep. So in their own ways, the four Gospels all have this great commission. But what makes it so great? What does the great mean? Is it great because it's so wonderful? How was your holiday?
Great.
Is it because of its size? That's a great big chocolate bunny you have. Had, Alison? Is it great because of the excellency with which it's done? My team was rubbish.
Mine was great. Well, it's great. Brill. Wicked. Skill.
To have a friend like Jesus. Is it great because of its importance, like the Great Gonzo from the Muppets? Great can mean so many things. Here are some similar words to great from the online dictionary. Considerable, substantial, sizable, significant, serious, exceptional, extraordinary, special, large, big, extensive, expansive, broad, wide, ample, spacious, vast, immense, huge, enormous, gigantic, massive, colossal, mammoth, monstrous, prodigious, tremendous, stupendous, unlimited, boundless, cosmic, humongous, whopping, ginormous. And I happen to think you can use any of them to describe this task given by Jesus. It's the cosmic commission, the extensive commission, the exceptional commission. So the immense commission is to go into the world and preach. Not at the moment, you don't. You've got to stay right where you are. So what will you do? With all of these words and all of these ways, it's not a thing to be taken lightly or without preparation. It is an extraordinary commission. So why don't we get preparing now? It's homeschooling time after all. Why don't you take some time to sit down and think about the journey that brought you to where you are in faith? Write it down. Tell yourself your story. Learn and understand your story. Ask yourself about your story. How can you tell the world what Jesus can mean to them if you cannot articulate what it means to you? So plan what you would say and how you would say it. When you've done that, go, stand in front of a mirror and tell yourself your story. Very few of us are natural evangelists who constantly spread the good news. Most of us, me included, have to work at it a bit, but it is important work. At the moment, we all have a wonderful excuse to keep quiet, and that means right now that the expansive commission is on hold. Great for us introverts, no pressure, but a time is coming when you will not be closed off. A time will come when you are able to fulfill the colossal commission, when you are able to go into the world and preach the gospel. So now is the time to prepare for that. I have two challenges for you this week. Firstly, make that plan of your story. And secondly, how about putting something about your faith on social media, if you do social media, or your window? That can be a place to do this as well. I'm currently putting up a picture of a watch that I'm wearing today, just for a giggle. Well, apart from my Watch of the Day post, I will post the following, and I invite, urge, dare you to do the same. This is what I'm going to put. I want you to know that I believe in Jesus. I'm not going to force my beliefs on you, but I would be more than happy to talk to you about what my faith means to me. There you go. That will be part of my part in fulfilling the stupendous commission. Because I know that this humongous commission is too gigantic for me to do on my own. So remember this, before you run and hide, in none of these Gospels does it say, go and fulfill my substantial commission all on your own. Together we will prevail. As the last verse of the song, Great is the Darkness, says, our great commission complete, then face to face we shall meet. Let's sing it.